Yeah.
Yeah, well, I couldn't find the 2023 Best of El Paso, but 2022, it's Toro Burger, Great American Steakhouse, Orange Cow, Papa Eric's. I've never been, and Crave. I mean, I've only gotten the burger like twice at Crave, but I didn't think they were like the best.
Well, there you go, folks. Next time you're in El Paso, you know exactly where to get a damn fine burger, according to whoever the fuck is voting. Hello, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade, The Gilded Cage. Check it out. So I moved my lamp to the other side of the room to make it easier to read in bed. And I really like the lighting that this creates for stream. I think it looks cool, especially as a storyteller. The downside is I can't read any of the shit that I have over here. But, you know, form over function. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
I'm unalived.
You're unalived? Adam.
Yes. That's a vampire, right?
I think that doesn't quite mean what you think what it means.
I know. I am being the dumb.
So, Tom, I assume you're doing okay too?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, previously on The Gilded Cage, it is still the first ever night of our chronicle set in the fine city of St. Louis. You were gathered at a nightclub called Europe, which is sort of the unofficial Elysium of the city, as currently St. Louis has no acting kindred government, so it doesn't really have an official keeper of Elysium to make an official Elysium. So everybody just uses Europe, and that is the place that the local kindred will go to schmooze and sort of gather followers and try to put forward some sort of regime, whatever they can scrape together to support them.
Don't lie, they all just want to go see DJ Pauly D.
Well, wouldn't you, Tom?
Does DJ Pauly D currently have a residency? So every time we go to Elysium, it's going to be DJ Pauly D playing.
I don't believe so. I don't know what that guy does with its time, but I don't think he's constantly DJing in St. Louis.
This is your chronicle, though, Chaz. He could have a residency at Club Europe.
I realized I almost went into the background with the overlay. Yeah, that's cool. And then thank you, Anna. I think you look cool too. And then Chaz, we are still streaming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, son of a bitch! Why do I do this every single time?
That's why Adam's great.
Yeah.
Way to go, Adam. Tech support, Vampire the Masquerade, or no, quality assurance. I'm sorry.
Yes. I don't know tech support. That's out of my. I didn't want to do that. I quit that college of stuff. Like all the other colleges, I didn't do.
Okay, now it says the Gilded Cage V20. So
nice.
Everybody who's watching right now, instantly refresh. What the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah. So you went to the unofficial Elysium, the club called Europe, and you were there for disparate reasons. Franz Friedosman, the gangrel wannabe sheriff of St. Louis, was called by a woman named Evereska. Now, Evereska is one of two kindred in the city that could theoretically have a claim on the princedom. So, obviously, for Franz, meeting this person was something important for his character. They talked... Huh?
Never mind, go ahead.
They talked of their mutual goals of wanting to establish order, and Evereska gave him a job to see if he's a good fit for her organization. Recently, she had heard rumors of a business rival with some sort of interest in Tower Grove Park. She sent a young kindred to investigate, and this young kindred never returned to her. So she sent Franz to go see what became of this kindred. Perhaps she had defected to the other side, or... It's Yorona, just subscribed. Oh, Blix, gift and subs over here, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, dear friend. We do not deserve your kindness.
And we get a copyright strike.
Yes.
You know, all the bullshit we've done, we haven't got a copyright strike yet. Yay for obscurity. So Franz's mission is to find out what might have happened to this kindred that was previously dispatched. Did she defect? Was she destroyed? Did something else happen? And, depending on how much you want to impress your potential employer, perhaps complete her mission for her. Now, the other two folks, Mr. Jeremiah Faulkner and Mr. John Lee Pettimore, had a much more eventful evening as Franz was casing out the park. You found out about a gathering of anarchs, particularly anarchs, younger firebrands, rallying around a more violent, more, shall we say, warlike potential baron by the name of Preston. And when you went to this gathering, you found a massive sort of fight club where the most violent and the most, I want to say rowdy, that's not the right word, where the most violent vampires in attendance fought each other for the right to diablerize the thin bloods and the unchecked progeny that they believe is cutting into their territory and threatening vampire existence and the masquerade itself. Jeremiah Faulkner was there, looking for a lead on a Nosferatu who was good with computers by the name of Squid. John Lee Pettimore went there for a much different reason. Long story short, the entire Anarch hideout got firebombed, crushing a solid chunk of St. Louis's Anarch movement beneath flaming debris.
It wasn't the Anarch movement I wanted.
'Twasn't, but it was a significant portion of possible allies. From the ruins and the ashes and the flames, Preston escaped. And when John Lee Pettimore tried to finish him off, a fight ensued, and while Preston couldn't quite inflict damage on John, the beast took over right before the final blow was struck, and burning celerity in what blood was left, he tore off into the darkness of the St. Louis night. Meanwhile, Jeremiah Faulkner spent his time very valiantly for one of the kindred, pulling aside the flaming timbers to rescue whoever he could from the blaze, among whom was his new friend Squid, who seems quite a bit more deposed towards him and ideals, whereas before he was a revolutionary for revolutionary's sake. Squid might be a little more... Sorry?
A rebel without a cause?
He had a cause, but what the cause was maybe not as firm in his chest as it would have been for some revolutionaries. Now he's beginning to think that maybe some sort of stability could be built, but he's only had a few minutes to figure that out so far. When we last left off in the last session, I hesitate to use the word coterie, the vampires had all piled into, I believe it was Jeremiah's car, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes.
You had all piled into Jeremiah's car along with Squid, and were departing for parts unknown. But before we get to that, since it's been a whole 2 weeks, I am going to start with Mr. Franz Friedosman. Mr. Franz Friedosman, you have come to Tower Grove Park to investigate the disappearance of this young kindred for Everesca. And once again, you come to the gate, and sort of on either side of the road that runs through the gate are these winding concrete pathways that weave through these great stands of trees that extend far as the eye can see, interspersed with these large ponds and bodies of water glittering silver in the moonlight. And as you make your way underneath the arch of the Iron Gate of Tower Grove Park, you can see there are grackles in the trees, these very thin, corvid sort of birds looking down with these wide, curious eyes. What would you like to do?
Can I like do the like I'm gonna just like move around like casually like closer to the birds to see if there's any like to see if they follow me, the eyes follow me.
Okay. So right now, it is fairly late at night. Let's say it's about 11. That seems like a fair time to call. It is fairly late at night, and there's probably not a lot of people at Tower Grove right now. You're probably the only moving thing in the vicinity, minus, the wind trailing through the leaves. Bye, Ani. Have fun. Go read about a depressed murder robot. So minus the wind trailing through the leaves, you're probably the only moving thing here. So yeah, they're pretty focused on you at the moment.
Can I call the name of the wind? Is it not? That's
You know it?
another. I don't. That is
Vasil
something for me to learn. But that's only one part of the wind. There is multiple names of the wind, depending on where you are.
Well, we can debate it in Quoy and Hale. In the meantime, what is Franz Friedelman doing?
I guess I ran around, nothing there. I'm just gonna I guess just casually walk around and see if anything out of the ordinary happens.
Okay. It's a very quiet night. It's very serene, very peaceful. There's the gentle chirp of crickets that seems to follow you as you go. The evening wind sighs through the branches. So far, it's a fairly normal night. And you're not stumbling across anything that you think might satisfy your potential employer.
Do I know anything about I guess the park in general? Like anything that like be like a hiding spot or like something underneath the park or anything like that, a hideout or anything that I can.
Interesting question. So, if memory serves, you were sort of a member of the old Kindred Society of St. Louis, weren't you? Wasn't that in your backstory?
Yeah. Yes.
What sort of part do you think you had in it?
Well, I think I just like moved in whenever. I feel like he moved in whenever everything started to hit the fan. And he just wanted to come up on top.
Okay, so you were kind of an opportunist, right? When the shit started going down in St. Louis and the hunters were wiping out the kindred population, that's when you kind of came in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have politics?
I do have 2 dots, yes.
Okay, so
Which reminds me, I need dice.
you do need dice there, Captain.
And I do have them in here. Am I talking about them? Did I find where my dice roller? There it is. Yes. Been a long time since TPRPG, and we'd be good.
Hey man, I've been trying. I would like from you tonight, Adam, I would like you to roll for me an intelligence politics. And since you rolled into town right as the shit was going down, I'm not sure how many opportunities you would have had to get this information, so we're going to call it a difficulty 8.
Yeah. They give me 4 die. I hopefully light those on. So I got 1 success.
1 success. Okay. So you don't know of anything underground. You don't know of any sort of like secret labyrinth or anything like that. You do know one thing, however. From what little information you were able to gain back in the day, back before the old Society of St. Louis crumbled completely, you were told in no uncertain terms to stay away from Tower Grove Park. Tower Grove Park was off limits. But you don't know why.
But who's here to tell you what to do anymore?
I know. I'm the sheriff in town. I'm gonna put my belt buckle over my belly and just shuttle around until
You do the classic Texas sheriff thing. You put your thumbs in your belt loops and you just kind of bow leg walk over the doorway kind of stuff.
yeah, I'm just walking around looking around just to see if anything approaches me or if I get an interaction. Essentially, yeah.
One hand on your gun in case anybody gets uppity.
Yep. In case the birds come start calling at me.
I will give you your choice of perception alertness or perception awareness.
So with awareness, the 6
That's a lot of fucking perception awareness.
Yeah, I have 4 in perception and then 2 awareness. Well, because I gotta see the trouble. I gotta be the sheriff. I gotta see the trouble before it happens.
He may be an idiot, but he's not stupid.
What season is it right now, Chaz?
It is whatever the hell season it is now. So I guess ass end of spring.
Okay.
It's approximately current day, even though game time and modern calendar isn't going to quite keep up. We'll say spring's just running out.
And there's difficulty 6.
Yes.
I have 4 successes.
4 successes. So you are wandering the park. It is quiet and it is serene, and you have a lot of time to think, and you start thinking about what you were told back in the day. About how you were under no circumstances to go to Tower Grove Park, about how Tower Grove Park was off limits. It starts making you feel a little paranoid. You start looking over your shoulder a little more.
Werewolves.
And this feeling settles on you. This very heavy feeling like you're being watched. And you look up. And sitting in the branches above are the grackles. You've been here for probably about an hour or 2 at this point. And they're still watching. Furthermore, with 4 successes, you're pretty damn sure those are the same grackles that were watching you at the gate. And, as it is towards the end of spring, it's starting to warm up. Grackle are not native to St. Louis. They fly in for the winter. And with it being a warm, muggy night, they seem a little bit out of place.
That's partially related to my question about why I wanted to know what season it was.
Yeah.
What was your question?
For purpose of animalism, I want to know what animals are currently active right now. So I wanted to know what season it was, and obviously it's nighttime, so that limits what animals you could potentially interact with.
Fair enough.
So skunk. I don't have animal. Do I have animals? No animal craft or nothing. No.
Not for what Adam's doing, but for my personal plans, I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You're a gangrel. It helps to have animals in the back pocket.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say I'm gonna climb up this tree, but I don't think so. Sheriff Charlotte would do that. He was gonna just it's called body slam the tree with his stomach and just to see if the grackles move.
Okay. Give me strength athletics.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if you're ready for this one.
Oh, is it going to be a Mark Zantz roll?
Something like that, yeah. I think I have like wait, what was my one of my things was also shit, what was did I have any does I have potence also? Yeah.
Adam, does your character move like Bob from Tekken?
Yes, because he has
Speed and
celerity.
weight.
That's the perfect the perfect analogy. So athletics
Strength athletics.
or brawl. Okay. Only have
Brawl, I feel like brawl would be more like punching. I don't know. How do you guys feel? Would you wouldn't use brawl for wrestling, would you?
I would say yes.
I'll tell you what. Okay, tackling something is strength plus brawl on my sheet, or not my sheet, my screen. So I will allow you to use brawl if you prefer.
Someone break out the D&D grapple rules.
No, you're gonna
Pop
grapple
open
the tree out.
5 book.
You're gonna grapple the tree straight from the ground.
So actually, my 3.5 book is on this shelf right here. I could reach around and grab it.
I would ask that we never use 3-5 grappling rules.
You know what? I always just house ruled it as a melee touch. Just boop. That's it. Because what you're supposed to do is it's a melee touch attack, right? And then you make an opposed strength check, and it might be on the next turn. And if you succeed that, then you pull them into your square, and then it's an opposed strength to continue grappling. And then on your turn, if you want, you can attempt to pin them. It's kind of it's a relic from an overly simulationist period of the hobby. Just boom, melee touch. It's good enough. Opposed strength if they want to break away. That's it. Clean, simple.
So I have 7 successes.
7 successes.
Only one came up as a 5. Unfortunate.
What is your actual strength score?
My strength score is 4, and I have 1 in potence.
Okay. So you hulk up, you charge the tree, slam your girth into it, and you can feel it sort of reverberate slightly. The grackles screech and take wing into the night with a rustle of branches.
Huh.
And it is
I guess
silent,
it was just a.
save for the
I guess it was just the wind. I guess it was just the wind. I guess there's nothing. Nothing in between with this park. Then I'm just gonna. I guess just. Damn, there's nothing really for me to do then, because I guess I can follow the grackles. Can I try to see where they end up going with my celerity?
With your celerity?
Yeah. Like is that the one that you can move fast, right?
Yeah, celerity is super speed.
Yes.
Sure. All right.
I would like to follow the grackles to see where they end up going.
Right.
If they were watching me this whole time.
Who do we lose?
Don't.
Oh, we lost
We
Adam
lost
himself. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I was going to switch to you guys at this point anyway. Just so I don't have to. Where's my full Discord? Do I still have a full Discord? There's Adam. How you doing, Adam? Welcome back.
My thing shit the bed. There we go.
Happens to the best of us. All right. So you feel the vitae kick through your system as you activate your celerity and pursue the grackle into the park. And with that, I'm going to shift towards John and Jeremiah. So, Daystra, no worries, buddy. We're always just happy to see you. Sorry we haven't done a whole lot of RPG streams lately. Just shit's been rough. Adulting sucks. Anyway. I don't know how to interpret that sound, Tom.
Adult in silks.
It does. But I'm
It was
super
a whale of
happy.
despair.
Huh?
It was a whale of despair.
Oh. But I'm super happy that I still get to play pretend with my buddies.
Yes.
The best things in life don't go away. At least, hopefully. Knock wood. All right.
Be gone, Quarries.
So, we join John and Jeremiah and Squid. What kind of car did we decide that you drive, Tom? I don't.
An old black police Dodge Charger.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Okay. So you're sitting in the Charger, and you're driving through this warehouse district. The pale, sickly yellow street lights sort of just rolling over the car and through the windows as you go. The smell of smoke is still thick in the air, and you can hear the wail of sirens in the distance as they begin to converge on the ruined warehouse. And the floor is yours.
So, where do you boys want to get dropped off? Because I think I need to make a run to the grocery store. Hit up the old Walmart.
I do believe the Walmart would be closed at this hour.
There's no 24-hour Walmart somewhere?
There's Walgreens.
No. No.
Walgreens has bananas, doesn't it?
No. Well, I particularly, yeah.
I don't think it has fresh produce. But you might have a convenience store that does, because I know our Speedway had bananas. I wouldn't say fresh bananas, but they were there.
Well, I need to fill up my car then with some gas. So I want to know where these boys want to get dropped off. Because I believe it's Tom's character and Squid in the back, right?
Yeah. Squid kind of drums the tips of his fingers on his cracked and beaten laptop, his misshapen fingernails clicking audibly. Just drop me off wherever, I guess. This were my plans for the night, and plans changed, I guess.
As they often do.
I'm going to kind of turn around like, hey, good fight, though. Didn't expect fireworks at the end, am I right?
I didn't expect a lot of things.
Yes, I think none of us expected fireworks.
Squid kind of turns towards you, Tom, Jeremiah. So what is your deal? Like, what are you gonna do now? Like, I know you've got a lot of ideals, but I don't know where do you spend your nights?
I have a safe haven, nothing to worry about though. I'm not out on the streets if that's what you're worried about.
Oh no, just curious. I was more than a location asking about the how would you put it, the artifice, I guess, how one gets from part A of a plan to part B of a plan to action. Like, what's next? How do we pull the trigger? All that good stuff you were talking about in there.
Come now, Mr. Squid. Rome didn't get built in one day.
Yeah.
These things take time.
Yeah.
Meticulous planning.
Well,
and immaculate execution.
The old ones keep telling us we got nothing but time, so as long as a flaming ceiling doesn't come down on my head again, I guess I feel pretty good about waiting. We exchanged contact info last time, right? Didn't we?
I believe we did.
I believe you did too. Is it in? It's probably in my notes. It just says Faulkner made friends with Squid. So, how do you think?
Exchange MySpace profiles.
Hi, am I? Let me see. Is it under his Oh, yeah. You exchanged AOL Messenger handles.
Yes, truly. They'll never know it.
The peak of the 90s.
I think that was the joke, right?
So Squid kind of turns back towards John Lee Pettimore and says, just you can drop me off at the first manhole cover you find. I know my way home from just about anywhere.
I thought that was a joke, but I guess that's how you all really do things. I say as I pull up to the nearest sewer grate.
It's a good place to hide. Not every Nosferatu lives down there, but strength in numbers, you get me? And where do you hide a whole lot of really ugly motherfuckers? Where normal people can't see them.
I'm like, hey now, you give Master Splinter my regards.
Yeah, I'll do that for you. And he sort of points at Jeremiah, AOL Messenger, and he gets out of the car, and you can hear the metallic scrape of the manhole being pulled away as he sort of disappears down into the darkness.
What a fascinating lad. Well, you can drop me off wherever. I can walk to my haven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you all want me to take you close by?
No, I like to take in the sights and the fresh air.
All right, I'll pull up to the nearest convenience store and drop him off there.
Okay, what's a fucking...
Making sure that this guy does not know where I sleep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, seems like a good idea. All right, so it looks like they have 7-Elevens and Circle K's in St. Louis. So,
Circle K's have fresh produce, so that's where I'll be hitting up.
All right, well, as luck would have it, there's a Circle K right on the corner towards the end of this industrial park. So you pull into the Circle K. You can hear the buzz of the old halogen lights and the whatever the hell they call that covering that goes over the gas pumps. Car pulls to a stop. It is quiet. You are alone here, save for the one attendant inside who sort of disinterestedly watches the car stop before the gas pump and turns back to pushing his mop around the tile floor.
Is this the point where you're going to give us your self-insert?
Oh, fuck no, I don't. So, there was a while where I wanted to run an Onyx Path game called Legend Lore, right? Which is basically like D&D 5e, but isekai. So you play yourself sucked into a fantasy world. And I always thought it would be really funny if I had a self-insert in that game, but my self-insert just instantly dies. Like 5 seconds into the fantasy world, like my body's just being dragged away by wolves or something. Like that's the closest I will ever come to a self-insert.
That'd be my character now.
No, you gotta carry on the Bushido way, Adam.
Oh, that's why I have to make seppuku to regain my honor.
So I'm going into the Circle K. I'm going to buy whatever fresh produce they have.
Probably apples and bananas.
Yeah. I'm going to put down some cash for a little bit of gasoline. My tank probably isn't empty. I'm just going through the motion, and I'll buy a pack of Marlboro Reds.
The young guy behind the counter probably maybe just past 21, 22. He's also going through the motions. He assembles everything on the counter. He gestures towards a small rack of candy bars, M&Ms, Twix. You want to take 2 for $1?
Nah, that shit's bad for you. I say as I put the cigarettes in my my front pocket.
He rings you up, and then before you even left the store, after he bags up all your stuff, he's going straight back to the mop.
He's not going to ask me if I want to join the rewards program?
I don't think Circle K has a rewards program. That's Speedway.
I've been getting asked that at 7-Eleven too.
Well, 7-Eleven.
Where have you been going to 7-Eleven?
7-Eleven owns
DK.
Speedway.
Oh, not 7-Eleven. It's a DK here now, whatever the fuck it stands for.
Yeah, which used to be the 7-Elevens here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am getting in my car with my fruit, and I am heading
That's
back
not a nice
towards
thing
the
to call
work.
Tom.
Yeah, why
Um,
am I catching the stray?
I'm assuming he's walked off at this point.
Has Jeremiah just fucked off?
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah, I'm getting in my car and I'm driving back to where my recent act of domestic terrorism was.
Okay. Jeremiah, what are you doing right now?
I don't know what more I can do at the moment, so I am just kind of meandering my way back to my haven, taking the long scenic route, you might say.
Okay. What are you doing anything in particular on the way, or you're just out for a stroll?
I guess I'm just out for a stroll, conceptualizing,
All right. What are you conceptualizing?
my next course of action.
Fair enough. Do you have anything to work with now, or are you just brainstorming from word go?
Mostly just brainstorming, wondering who else I can weave into this intricate web.
So on our last session, you did mention that you wanted to get in good with Squid's support, being
Yeah.
his clan, and he was very, pardon the pun, clannish about that, and really trying to protect everybody, not giving you a whole lot of info. If memory serves, I believe you were hunting down a lead. Do you remember what that lead was?
I mean, it was something to do with the Tremir's Primogen's friend who nobody wants to talk about.
Indeed. So you had overheard the Tremere Regent, Victoria Cameron, speaking with Yui Matsuda in Europe. You followed them around and eavesdropped a while. And they mentioned an ally or an acquaintance. And after heavily badgering Squid and making him sit in a pool of his own urinated blood, which is probably slightly soaked into your backseat at this point, Josh, I'm sorry. You were able to get him to spill that Victoria Cameron does seem to have a friend amongst the Nosferatu. And that's all you got.
Yeah, Squid was saying like, oh no, we don't talk about
Bruno?
that one.
It wasn't necessarily that he didn't want to talk about that one person in particular. It's that the strictures of Clan Nosferatu is to protect itself with secrecy. And being a family of outcasts, for lack of a better term, the Nosferatu band together. They band together, they don't share secrets, they don't share information, especially about one another. And he was concerned that should he violate that pact, he would then be outcasted from the only family that is currently looking out for him.
Oh, so then we can make the assumption that the Miss Cameron's friend is a Nosferatu.
I think that would be a reasonable connection to make.
And an influential one at that.
And a what one, I'm sorry?
Influential one at that.
Perhaps, who's to say?
Unfortunately, the only way to. So then I need to find. Oh shit! What were they called? The Nosferatu hunters.
Oh, you're talking about like the second gen Nosferatu?
They had like a specific name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but they're a super rare bloodline. It's like Absimiliard's kids. They're in the Dark Ages book. I could find it. Hang on. Sorry, I'm rusty on my vampire lore. Dark Ages vampire is down here because I had kept my favorite RPG books close at hand. I'm mostly just looking this up now because I'm curious myself. Oh, then was it the Niktuku? That sounds right.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, the Nosferatu, the Hunt Nosferatu?
The ones where if the Nosferatu catch wind that one is even in the same zip code, they shut down every warren and leave you.
So I will say that Niktuku being a bloodline, one, it would be debatable if Jeremiah even knows they exist. Now, if you want to say that Jeremiah knows they exist somehow, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to sweat it too much.
No, I was joking.
Okay.
I didn't actually mean I need to find one. It was
Okay, so I
joke that.
Sorry, your tone, I took that as serious. Yeah. There is max. I mean, being a bloodline, there's max 2,000 of them in the world, period. And being the Niktuku, it's probably significantly less than that. But, yeah. The Niktuku is what you're referring to.
Yeah. That is indeed what I was referring to.
All right. Well, while you ponder, let's go back to Franz Friedosman. So, Franz, how many dots of celerity do you have?
I have one because that's all I can afford.
Okay. So one
I
is
have so
good.
much yeah.
One is good. However, keeping up with a bunch of corvids that are flying as the crow flies, if you will, is going to be slightly difficult. So, what I would like for you to do, my friend, is to give me dexterity athletics at a difficulty 7 as you are weaving around trees and ostensibly following the paths of the park, and every once in a while they are bifurcated by these ponds and these bridges and these structures, whereas they are flying in a straight line.
So dexterity, what was it?
Dexterity athletics. As you sort of weave through the clustered vegetation and constructs of this park.
Well, I don't have to leaf through it. I can just literally go through most of it. If necessary.
4 strength is not going to let you bulldoze trees, my guy.
But I'm like a pinball, I just bounce off the tree and then hit the next one. I'm like a rubber band. But I understand. I shall do my damnedest. Oh, hell yeah. I got all three
Okay.
successes.
All right.
Guys are on me
3
today.
6.
No. 3 successes. 2 10s and an 8.
So the grackle's got 2 successes to try and shake their tail. So you're weaving through the trees, and every once in a while it's really difficult to keep track of where they are, black against the night sky, through the shifting leaves of the trees, but by the shimmer on their feathers, and just keeping them in sight with your gangrel instincts, pursuing your prey. You are able to track the grackle as they seem to descend sharply, maybe a quarter of the way across the park, and disappear into a copse of trees on the other side of a shimmering silver pond.
Hmm. Is there anything odd about this pond that I can tell? I'm gonna put my hand in it and just shake my hand around.
It's water. It's
Okay.
relatively clean, as a matter of fact.
It's too clean in St. Louis.
Perception alertness, please.
This is the fact. That one's only 2.
2. So,
Yeah.
borne to you on the night breeze, you can hear the faint call of the grackles from within the copse of trees, and they are swiftly joined by more.
Oh shit. I'm gonna just slowly walk around the pond with my gun. Like, got my hand up the holster of the gun. I don't want these grackles to like megamorph.
They're not a fucking megazord, dude.
Oh, you never know.
I mean, that would be... That is some interesting shit in the world of darkness. I'll give you that. But okay. All right, so is it hand on gun, or are you actually drawing it?
No, just hand on gun. Just cautiously approach it. Like, just walking around the pond. 'Cause I don't think I can walk on water with my celerity, even with my buoyancy bonus.
Okay. You walk around. You reach the edge of the copse, and as you do so, the calls of the grackles are getting louder, and there is another call that seems to answer them. And this one seems to be very slightly deeper, more thunderous, but also strangely hoarse in a way.
Is it possible for me to like emulate the tone? Or is that
I mean,
the
anything's possible. Like, what skills do you have to do that with?
I don't. I wish I no. I don't have performance. Well, I guess can I do intimidation to like just see if I can scare them out of the tree and see whatever's in there. See what's ever making them come to that tree up here.
Give it a shot.
We use
Manipulation, intimidation.
Okay. Let's do that. It's a 2 successes.
2. The call of the grackles go quiet. And for a moment, silence hangs in the air, broken only by the crickets. And then a moment later, you hear the oh! The deeper, hoarse, louder call. Almost as if in response to you.
Does it sound like it's coming from? Does it sound like it's coming from the tree?
It is coming. So it is a copse of trees, and it's a little bit difficult to see inside, especially. Well, you're a gangrel; you can see in the dark, but it is a lot of bunched up leaves.
Mm-hmm. I thought we thought about let the trees on fire, but no, that's a bad thing to do.
Let's be honest; it could be an Adam thing.
No, that's he's the sheriff. He's trying to keep order, not to create chaos. Somewhat. It's a gather. I guess I was gonna say a gathering of trees.
A copse is a gathering of trees. Yes.
Yes.
It is a small stand or cluster of trees.
I'm gonna just bounce into each one with my stomach until I either see something fall out
All right.
or something respond.
So you bounce, bounce, bounce as you sort of make your way into the trees. And as you sort of pass deeper in, the center of the copse is almost hollow, like a not hollow like a hole, like a glade. There's no trees outside the outer ring that is densely packed. And as you sort of look around, the upper boughs of the trees around you are filthy with fucking grackle. Maybe 20, 30, 50 of the motherfuckers just sitting there in the moonlight staring down at you with these wide, curious yellow eyes. And you turn, and there is a feeling coming over you as if you might have stepped into some sort of royal hall. For you see, towards the back of this clearing, there is one tree that dips slightly lower than the rest, and in the bowl of the limbs of these trees sits a very large raven. It is old and it is hoary looking, and it stares down at you almost knowingly. Perception alertness at a difficulty 8.
They have 3 successes.
3 successes. It's very, very faint. Almost an inkling. But as you look upon this regal raven enthroned, and it's in its own personal tree, as you meet eyes with this intelligent bird, you can very faintly sense the beast in this creature.
Let's see.
Not as strong as it is in you, but it's definitely there.
I'll just tip my hat, howdy, and see if it responds.
Do you have Whispers of the Beast?
No.
So you have no way to communicate with it.
Other than gestures, ravens are smart.
It
I'm
stares at
dumb.
it stares at you, and you get a feeling sort of effervescing off this creature of a cautious malice, perhaps, or some sort of offense. It is not happy that you are here.
Do I think it's like a were-raven or something to that effect?
Do you?
As I don't have any occult, so I don't know if he would know. What is protein?
Protean is the ability to change your form. So Protean 1 is Eyes of the Dark, or Eyes of the Night, I think, Eyes of the Beast, whatever it's called. You can see in the dark. Protean 2 is, I believe Protean 2 is your claws. Protean 3 is Earth Meld. Protean 4 is Shape of the Beast, and I think Protean 5 is Flight Form, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So that won't help me at the moment, so... I'm just gonna... It doesn't have a way to communicate with it. Like what is it? Like what is it staring at? Is it staring at me in general, or
You.
anything? Like
It is looking you right
staring
in the eye.
Hmm. I, yeah.
As a moment of silence hangs between you for a moment, a
You think about
sharp,
all that's gonna stand up? Yeah.
a sharp sound splits the air. There's a deep crunching and cracking of bark coming from the edge of the copse of the trees opposite the way you entered.
Like, so it's does it sound bigger than me, or
Does it sound bigger than you? I don't know if this is a sound that you could infer any sort of size from. It sounds like the trees are breaking. Not like falling, not apocalyptically so. The trees are crunching as if they are being damaged.
I'm gonna slowly back, just walk out of I guess the ring of I guess what I don't know, like the opening in the clearing. I'm gonna just hide behind, go, or just like walk behind the tree, just so like we're on opposite ends,
Okay.
just to wait and see what comes out, what comes through the trees. Cautiously waiting there. All Mexican standoff style.
I mean, you're Hispanic. I guess you could say Mexican standoff. There is silence. Not even the grackles are calling at this point. There's a brush of wind, but no other motion.
The crackling stopped as well from the other side of the trees.
It has stopped, yes.
And I see the big old crow or raven.
Crow's on the inside. You backed out of the...
Okay. Well, I know no one's gonna miss. Now I understand why nobody wanted to come to this here park here.
This is weird.
No, they should put warning signs for the kids. Don't go into the trees, kids. I mean, I guess I'm gonna step back in and just see what the reaction is. Just testing it out as a curious sort.
You step back into the clearing, and there is silence. The old crow is still not happy to see you, but the rest of the grackle seem curious, almost as if there is a pregnant pause hanging in the air, and the weight of anticipation.
I have no way of talking to this thing, really, though. I don't even have an animal kin, and I don't want to kill it because I don't know what side it's on. I don't know if it's on my side, nature's side, or I have no reason to kill it. It hasn't done any wrongdoing as
It's
of no.
dominant, Adam. Prove you're
It's
the
a, it's a,
alpha.
no, but it has done no wrongdoing, as far as I know.
Just be a
So
psychopath.
in the past, I would, but this is Franz Frieder, man. Friedel, man. I was gonna. Do I have snacks in my pockets? Like, do I have a bag of chips by chance?
If you were any other character than Sheriff Snorlax, I would tell you to go fuck yourself. But because you are, I will allow you to roll percentiles with me. So here's the deal. Roll percentiles, and I will allow you to reduce yours by 20%. Just roll under me.
Okay.
Oh, you gotta really fuck this one up.
I got a 17 on the die. So it's a negative.
Okay, negative 3%. You absolutely have a bag of Fritos in your pocket. You have the eat food merit, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you have a bag of Fritos in your pocket that you were saving for later.
I'm gonna open the bag up and then take one out and chew it myself, and then hand the rest of the bag to the crow raven. Just toss it.
The
Like,
grackles.
so look,
The grackles seem to flutter excitedly when they see food, but they don't move from their perches. The crow makes no motion towards the bag. It stares at you, and it is, again, not happy that you are here. And with that, I will go to John Lee Pettimore. Did you take eat food just for Fritos? That is a commitment to the character. I know he didn't, but it's funny that it
I
worked
did it
out
because
that
I'm a
way.
big fan. Yeah, yes.
John Lee Pettimore, you got yourself a basket of fruit, or a bag of fruit and some Marlboro Lights, or did you say Marlboro Reds? Doesn't matter. You have you got fruit and cigarettes, the two food groups.
All a healthy man needs.
As you return towards the scene of your domestic terrorism, you can see the Black Wolf is now following. Boom! Coffee Cat presents Thank You for the Raid, my dude. Raiding with a party of 21. Guys, all right, people are watching us now. We actually have to be entertaining, so give it a shot.
Joke's on you. We have never been entertained once in our lives.
I know. But it might be neat to give it a shot once. Anyway, all right, so we are Caffeinated Conquests. We are, I guess we're technically variety streamers these days, but 9 times out of 10 we do tabletop RPGs. Today we are playing some good old Vampire the Masquerade V20, because that is the one we like. I personally have nothing against V5. It's a fine game, but I've been playing for years and I have no reason to change. I don't know, what else should we tell new people? Don't feed Adam after midnight?
That's fair enough.
And join the Discord if you like our stuff. Potentially, they'll stay up to date.
Well, don't tell them that. We don't want to scare them away just yet. Let them inoculate first.
But there's potential hentai. You don't know. You never know until you click it.
Adam's already scaring them away.
All right, John Lee Pettimore. So you return to the scene of your domestic terrorism, and you can see the firefighters have already set up a cordon around the destroyed warehouse. And
how was your raid, Copycat?
I'm sorry, I'm so terrible at the Twitch thing. How was your stream, guys? What were you streaming? I'm guessing it was either D&D or DBD. How did that go for you? So the firefighters they're going at the blaze with the hoses, and for the most part, they've got it contained. What are you doing right now?
I'm just kind of driving slowly past it, and I'm going to start driving in the direction that I saw. What was the Anarch leader's name?
I'm sorry, Coffee Cat. It's Heartless Halo that does DBD. I confused it. I'm so terrible. I apologize. Yeah, I like V5 a lot, but this is what we started with. This is what we continue with. Sorry, go ahead.
The Anarch whose face I tried to shoot in.
The Anarch whose face you tried to shoot in. Oh, Preston, the wannabe Baron.
I'm kind of driving up the direction I saw him run off in.
Interesting.
Basically, the hunt's beginning. As
What are
I
you
am
looking
keeping
for?
my sidearm, but I am moving another bag out of my trunk, and I am starting to assemble my sniper rifle.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of trying to keep out like any kind of like thing that looks like he like scaled a wall or any buildings or doors that got pushed in.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go with
Basically anything a freaking out vampire might have done.
Oh, that's a long list.
Yeah.
Perception alertness, please, as you are driving.
Perception alertness. What's the difficulty?
Standard 6 is fine.
4 successes.
Do you drive with your windows up or down?
Down.
That is the correct answer, because as you are driving, with your enhanced gangrel animalistic senses, you catch the smell of blood on the wind.
I am going to start following my sense of smell then.
HTG subscribed at Tier 1 for 46 months! My guy!
Generally.
The MVP of us all.
How you doing, HTG?
Welcome in.
We got a raid tonight. Say hi to the raiders.
Good to have you.
All right. So,
Good morning.
do you pull the car off to the side of the road, or you're going to hoof it?
Oh, I'm pulling off, and I'm sticking to the shadows, and basically I have a sniper rifle I've assembled, and I have my heavy sidearm.
All right, give me a deck stealth, and we'll call this one a 7. Isn't it wild, Coffee Cat, that so many people will gather regularly just to watch us play our silly little games? It never ceases to blow me away, and I'm genuinely fortunate for all of you guys.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. You're hunkering down. You don't know what kind of disciplines this guy is capable of, but you know that he's pissed.
Yeah.
Adam is very green. We've told him so.
I'm the Hulk.
And this is the part where the fruit comes into play, as I'm starting to sneak around.
I am the green.
I am on the edge of my seat.
As I am going to go animalism 2 and do beckoning. And I'm going to basically start chittering like a rat.
Okay. Okay,
I'm
you know what? I
summoning
like
rats
that.
to me.
All right. What's the roll for beckoning? Was it manipulation animal, Ken?
Charisma survival.
God damn, I got that wrong. All right. And I believe... Why is the number 7 sticking in my mind?
I have it open right here. I can tell you what the difficulty is. Difficulty 6. Determines how many animals I can summon.
All right. Give it a roll.
1, 2, reroll that 1. 3 successes, which is... half of the animals in the area respond.
Half of the animals. So what's actually in the area?
How many rats are there?
This could be interesting.
This is the warehouse district. Rats. Rats by Ghost starts to play.
So, these 2 little rats come scampering up out of one of the storm drains and sort of perch themselves at your feet. And they look up at you wide-eyed and hopeful. And, what's up?
Oh, I have a banana in my hand. I'm going to start basically breaking all the fruit I have into little pieces and handing them to rats as they come up.
Third one pops up, and a fourth, wiggling their nose, patiently waiting their turn.
Bananas.
And as you begin handing out pieces, from the shadows of a parking lot between a bush and one of those squat, small electric whatevers, you begin to hear a deep, throaty...
I will hiss at the cat. Basically, I'm intimidating the cat away as I'm feeding the rats bananas.
All right, give me the manipulation intimidation. V20 game in 9 hours, always good, HTG.
4 successes.
Fucker's gone. Tears ass into the darkness.
So, how many rats do I get? Half the area's rats. At some point, I'm basically smashing an apple in my hands and handing little bits of apples to rats.
You got 5 of them, Captain.
5 rats?
5 rats.
I will work with what I've got.
Which,
so
for the industrial district, is probably not outside the realm of possibility. I don't know how much food they're going to be able to get here.
If nothing else, they might have a domestic warrant set up. But I'm going to go down to the rats. I'm going to tell them I'm looking for a man, and I'm going to start describing Preston, and I'm going to describe the state he's in and what he's doing, basically killing things and drinking their blood. And I'm going to imply that if he's hungry enough, he's going to start drinking the rat's blood. And if they help me find him, skittering wherever he is, and tell me where he is, I got a whole nother bag of bananas in my car for them.
I mean, you're 100% coffee cat. We can use all the raids we get. More than that, however, we could use some friends here on Twitch. So I will absolutely be popping into your streams more often when I get the chance. I will do my best. Adulting sucks, as we were talking about earlier in the stream, and I have very little time, but I will try to make time for you. I promise. So they start looking at one another and squeaking, "Man? Man? I've seen no man. Have you seen man? I haven't seen man. Have you seen man? No man down there." And
I'm going to tell them if they could, if they smell the blood as well, if they could help me find him by following the smell of the blood that I smell.
Blood. Yes, blood. Ooh, we smell blood. Ooh, lots of blood. And you can, they sort of like get their hackles up and they cower slightly. Wednesday and Saturday, so check back then. I will do my best for Saturday. I think, are we doing anything this week? We can talk about that after stream. Saturday, I think I get off of work early. I might be able to make Saturday. I will do my damnedest. On Saturday.
I'm like, easy, fellas, easy. I'm like, I don't need you to fight this fella. I just need you to help me find him, and I'll take care of the bad man.
Can you smell blood? Can you smell blood? There's a lot of blood.
I will ask them to lead me to the blood.
They seem hesitant.
I will wiggle a banana at them.
Charisma and animal ken.
Oh ho ho ho! I don't have high charisma, but I do have high animal ken.
Is it weird playing a character that's not the face for you, Josh?
A little bit. I got 2 successes.
Like I don't ask for charisma, empathy, and just boom, 17 dice. 2 successes. So they sort of look at each other uncertainly. Okay, we'll show you. Okay. And they sort of inch forward a little bit, each one taking a couple steps and looking back to make sure the others are following. And they sort of lead
I
you.
am creeping at the back of the conga line of rats.
They sort of lead you around the corner of this warehouse. It's totally dark at the moment. Whatever business this warehouse conducts, it's not a 24-hour deal. So it's been shut down. There's nobody here. You have Eyes of the Beast, right? As a gangrel, you can see in the dark.
Activating Eyes of the Beast.
Okay. They lead you around the corner, and sort of along the street, there's a broken street light. So there's this patch of darkness on one side of the parking lot. And you can see that there is a very old, very beaten up, maybe 2004 Camaro. It's white and it hasn't been washed in a while. And the door has been completely wrenched open. And the rats, as they sort of inch forward and they test the air with their noses, they seem to be approaching the old Camaro. Does he have a cult yet? Not yet, but presumably he's working on
it. This time I will have a cult of rats. No.
Cult of personality.
They will call me the Banana King. So I am carefully approaching the Camaro. I'm assuming he's not here anymore, but I'm assuming I'm going to find a dead body.
As you draw near the Camaro, the stench of blood is overpowering. It hits you in the face. How's your hunger, by the way?
My hunger is at 8.
8. Okay, so you're fine, but the smell is strong.
Before I get too close, I'm going to look through the scope of my rifle.
So if I'm assuming you're coming from the right, you look through the scope of your rifle at this Camaro, and you can see in the open door. And you can see the figure of a person, maybe a woman. Her hand hangs sort of limply out of the door, dangling just above the level of the asphalt.
And I'm assuming I just see what I'm going to assume is a dead woman.
You see the hand and the arm right
Okay.
now.
I am slowly creeping closer, and I'm kind of looking, see if I see any movement as I'm kind of creeping closer.
There's no movement. It's dead quiet. How close do you get to the car?
It's right under a streetlight, right?
No, it's under a broken streetlight, so it's in a
Oh, no,
patch of
broken
darkness.
I'm pretty much getting as close as I can until I can make out better details with my eyes of the beast.
You begin to grow, as you grow closer, you begin to smell other details underneath the pungent stench of blood. The smell of old, stale garbage and food past its prime. Human sweat and body odor. Released Confess P. Hello, sorry for bothering you. Want to offer promotion of your channel. Guys, promotion of our channel, finally! Where do we sign up, Released Confess P? Human sweats.
Somebody
Body
mod
odor.
that man.
Body odor that's been sealed in a tight space for a while. And you get to where you're just about maybe a foot from the car. And as you look in the passenger seat, you see an arm and half a torso. The head and the rest of the body, well, they're not in the seat. Blood covers the windshield of the Camaro. In the driver's seat, there is the body, well, pieces of the body of a man probably in his early 20s, wearing a dirty, stained muscle shirt. His arms covered in pock marks. What's left of him that you can make out is drawn and gaunt, and what isn't looks like SpaghettiOs, sort of just dumped in the seat of this car. You look in the back seat, more blood covers the back windows, splatters against the doors. There's more unidentifiable pieces piled in the back on top of old shopping bags and garbage bags tied up tight. Stained, discolored suitcases. And there is the tattered body of a cat crammed underneath one of the seats.
So it looks like Preston came and basically tore this couple apart.
Thank you, Black Wolf. We appreciate the effort. Some of us are modded, but actually, wait. I can't do it from here. I don't know. Anybody who gives a damn, just whatever. You do remember that Preston was dealing with several levels of ag damage when last you met.
Yeah. How many levels can we heal at once? Because it's not a whole lot, is it?
If memory serves, in V20, I believe it takes 5 dots of blood to heal 1. And I think it's something egregious. It's like 1 per night or something, or maybe even more than that.
So he's slightly better, but he ain't getting anywhere fast, especially if he's burning blood for celerity. I'm going back to the rat. Oh.
He might... He's going to be damaged for a while. Like, he's not in any fit shape. There are ways for him to mitigate his dice penalties, if that's what you're banking on.
Okay. Yeah, he's burning. I'm assuming he's burning blood to keep going.
Yeah, well, he just got a whole shitload back.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to the rats. I'm gonna thank them. I'm gonna ask them if they can help me find wherever the person who took all this blood, because I'm assuming he's still got some of it on his clothes. He probably smells like burning skin. If they could help me keep looking for him.
You
As
want
I'm-
us
as
to
I'm
find
giving
him?
Yeah.
Do
as I'm
do
giving him-
we want to find him? I don't want to find him. Do you want to find? I don't want to. I don't want to find
as
him.
I get too scared, I'm gonna start handing out more banana pieces. And I'm like, you don't gotta fight him. Just gotta help me get to him. I'm gonna take care of you.
They look to you.
And I'm
And they
like, you
look
want
to
the
this-
gold to keep coming, don't they?
They look to you, and they look to the savage bodies in the car, and you can tell that they're just weighing risk versus reward here. HGG's got an interesting point. You could ghoul these rats.
God, that is
Start
true.
serving them with drugs.
No.
So with
Yeah.
animalism, I mean, with the summoning, I know they're favorable towards me. I understand they're in danger, but that's not a bad idea. I might just pinch my thumb a little bit with my nail as I'm handing them a little bit of banana pieces.
So are you intending to ghoul all 5 of the rats?
Uh,
Like, I'll let you do it, but I'm gonna enforce the rule that it's 1 blood point per.
does one rat seem to be taking charge? Like one rat's in the lead. I know.
I mean, this isn't Ratatouille, dog, so probably not.
I know it's not Ratatouille, but
Probably not.
Okay.
They look like they're pretty fucking terrified of whatever the hell did this, and their survival instincts are kicking in.
is there enough blood for me to drink some of that's left in that dirty car?
How long has it been since this happened?
So far, all we've done is I dropped them off at a convenience store and I came back.
True. But then we also have to think about distance and how
Yeah.
long ago Preston did this and how long it took him to find them. So right now, judging by the die I just rolled, most of it's going to be dry and inert. It's not going to be nutritious for you as one of the kindred.
I will ghoul 3 rats.
Okay. Put that shit on your character sheet. You, sir, have 3 ghouled rats as they eat your blood-soaked bananas.
I'm like, you might not want to phrase it that way, but okay.
Yeah, I realized that sounded a mite weird as it left my mouth, but you know what? We roll with the punches here at CAFCON.
Should
And
that
so-
go under retainers?
I think so. That sounds about right. Although, I don't know how many dots is 3 rats, because that seems... Like, 1 dot seems a lot for 3 fucking rats. Yeah, just take a dot of retainers right now, and then...
I wrote it in my notes. I got 3 ghouled rats.
Hell yeah. As they begin to imbibe the bloody chunks of banana, they seem to calm slightly, at least the ones that have. Very powerful nerd. Hot Trash Games and CC's community all in one place. Monka S. Small internet we have here. I mean, small VTM community, I'd probably say. But I'm glad you guys are here. It is wonderful. They seem to calm slightly. They look up at you, and there's more determination, more iron in their eyes. What do you need us to do?
Help me find the man who still smells like that blood over there. I need you to help me lead him to him.
They sniff the air. How?
I'm basically asking them to help me follow the trail. I'm also going to tell them that he's going to smell probably a little bit like burned flesh and clothing.
So there's not much of a trail from here. The couple in the car was savaged, but it's not like there's a streak of wet blood.
Yeah.
Because what blood isn't painting the walls has been consumed. So it's not like there's a clearly visible trail that you could follow off into the night.
Is there a trail I can see though? Any kind of bloody boot prints or that kind of thing he might have left? So far, all I know is he has celerity based off of how fast he ran off.
With Eyes of the Beast, and given the absolute carnage that happened here, I think bloody boot prints are a good idea. Okay. There's bloody boot prints that will lead you, for a while at least. And they're probably going to take you north.
Then I am currently on foot right now, sticking to the shadows with my 3 ghouled rats.
Okay.
As the hunt continues.
All right, let's go to Jeremiah Faulkner as you are currently on foot, walking home from the gas station. As you are piecing together mentally your plans for the future, what's going across your mind here? Oh shit, I didn't even know Amai was streaming. Everybody's raiding tonight. Hello, wonderful people. We are Caffeinated Conquests. We do nerd book games. Today we are playing Vampire the Masquerade, classic Vampire the Masquerade V20. If you are more familiar with V5, no problem. The gist of the game is just about the same, and you'll have no problem keeping up. If you don't know Vampire at all, do you like vampires? Hang out with us. Do you not like vampires and don't know who we are? Well, thanks for giving us a chance. How is gaming going?
There's too many people.
Too much pressure. All right, so what is Jeremiah Faulkner doing?
Well, I need more context than just squid. But of course, I need to find someone who is ingratiated. So I need to find someone who can get me talking to people. So I need the one and only Mr. Frito-Man.
I like it. I like the way you're thinking. I was going to suggest that. Coffee Cat Presents, not a problem. Thank you so much for the raid again. I genuinely hope to see you again because, like I said, right now, we just kind of want friends here on Twitch and in the Twitch VTM community. I will do my absolute level best to make it to whatever streams I can. But thank you for the raid and thanks for being here. You have yourselves a wonderful night.
Hey, copycat.
All right, I
I
do like the idea, and having seen Franz at Club Europe, he does appear to be the most connected individual that you know.
It's a painful statement to listen to.
So how do you intend to get a hold of him? Because I don't remember him necessarily saying what he intended to do on our previous session.
You're right, but I think I would have seen him speaking with someone at Europe.
True you would have, because you saw him come in from the balcony. All right, what are you going to do with that information?
How far away am I from? How long has it been since we departed Europe?
I'm going to say probably ballpark of 2 hours, give or take.
And
We
what
probably
time is
left
it?
Europe at 9. I said it was 11 when the shit started going down. And if you're walking on foot, let's add another hour to that. So let's say if you want to head back to Europe, we'll say it's about midnight.
Okay, sure.
Are you actually going to walk the whole way? I mean, I guess you're not going to get tired, but there's public transport.
Yeah, I'll walk.
Okay.
Maybe something interesting will happen. Who knows?
So you walk back to Club Europe, and you can hear the pulsing through the walls. The fine performing arts of DJ Pauly D, one night only in St. Louis. And if it could be expected, the line looks even longer now as it wends away further down the sidewalk.
Ah, yes, the illustrious DJ Pauly D. I hear, I hear he always says it's the last night here. Every night.
Just like going out of sales places. Yes. Forever.
What? So there's a long line to get in, you said?
There is. Do you remember how you got in the first time?
No.
Sarah
been
Littlebird
a-
led
been a
you
hot
around
minute.
the back, took you to speak to one of the ghoul bouncers at the club, and asked for private service.
Ah.
So
Then
you
I
don't wait in
shall,
line. You are a privileged individual here, as long as you don't fuck up.
I'm a pretty big deal. So I will go around the back to try to find this same ghoul.
All right. I want to say his name was Frankie, so we'll go with that. It could be a
I
nickname.
will find. I will look for Frankie, and if I don't see him, I will ask.
No,
Someone for
he's
Frankie.
there standing at the door. He knows where his bread is buttered. Stanky. Frankie stands there, arms crossed, swollen with muscle. As the gravel crunches under your feet, he looks in your direction. You're back.
Yes, I am, Mr. Frank.
He pulls
I
open the...
assume
No, go ahead.
My assumption is correct that the private service is still active.
As long as the club is open and you stay on good terms, you remember the rules?
Of course.
He pulls open the back door. Then once again, Mistress Kiara welcomes you to Club Europe. Very powerful nerd, thank you for the follow. I can't brofist because that's PewDiePie's thing. Metal horns in your direction. That works, right? That's a thing people do.
Or just have a coffee cup and stay caffeinated. That could be a thing, yeah.
All right, so you get back into Europe, and once again you are assailed in the rapturous embrace of the musical stylings of DJ Pauly D. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm gonna look for hopefully the individual Mr. Frito Man was talking to.
Which one? So when you came in, you saw him being led by a particular individual, a young woman, who introduced him to an older woman. And then immediately after that, that's when you started getting distracted by eavesdropping on the Tremere.
Immediately after that, my ADHD kicked in. I need to start small. Gotta start moving pebbles before I start moving boulders. So I will be looking for the younger one that led Mr. Friedelman.
Okay. I would like a wits alertness at a difficulty 8, as you are almost literally picking a needle out of a haystack as you move through this crowded club. DJ Pauly D brings in the crowds, don't you know?
Damn you, DJ Pauly D. All right. Wait. What'd you say the what was again?
Difficulty 8.
Wits alertness.
Wits alertness.
Difficulty 8. That's 2 successes.
2 successes. Well done. All right. So before we adjourn for the night, I just want to go back to Franz Friedelman real fast. Franz Friedelman, you are standing in this copse of trees, what seems very much like a royal hall, surrounded by grackle on all sides, save for the one tree in which a regal old raven is enthroned, and it stares at you with daggers in its eyes. It is not happy that you are here. You heard the crunching of the destruction of the tree on the edge of the copse. Nothing seems to have emerged, and the crunching has stopped. What do you do?
I sort of like gingerly like open the bag of Fritos even more just to try to present it to the I'm gonna call him the Master Crow, just to see if he has any interest in having Fritos, or is he too wary of that?
The crow spreads its wings in a sort of menacing fashion, almost as if it's swelling up. Oh! And it sort of mad dogs you almost in a way as it jerks forward. All right, later, Black Wolf. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Hope you had as much fun as we did. You have yourself a great night.
Like, okay, I understand. You don't want the. I'll just leave him here then. I'm just gonna leave the bag of Fritos there and try to come back later with someone who can speak to animals potentially, or someone who can negotiate to see what it's doing here, because it hasn't done any harm. It's just blocking its territory. I'm assuming doing this animal thing. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put the Fritos on the ground and then gingerly step away.
Okay, are you exiting the copse of trees?
Slowly, but yes.
Okay, as you exit, perception alertness, please.
Uh, more things to go bump in the night. If 5 die. No, I dropped it. It's not a game until we drop a die.
Yeah, true.
Here we go.
But it has to be specifically Josh's dice.
Yes. And that is 3 successes.
3 successes. So, you don't see it until the very last minute, as the corner of your eye, picks up a pair of piercing red eyes, as it shoots with blinding speed out of a pool of darkness and lifts you from the ground, bam, slamming you into a thick tree trunk. As the daze clears, you are staring into these 2 red eyes. One singular hand is wrapped around your neck, pinning you to the tree.
Can I wrap all the way around? Is it able to wrap all the way around my neck? Yeah.
Kind of, because you see there are these long claws protruding from the end. And it growls at you an inch from your face. Wrong neighborhood, fat boy, as it lifts you over its head and throws you into the dirt. And that is where we will adjourn for the night.
Yeah, I got a roller coaster ride.
All right, so I will award 3 XP to everybody. Now, first-time viewers, we have a tradition here that I totally stole from a fellow storyteller by the name of Ted. Hi, Ted. There's a 0% chance that you're watching this, but I miss you. At the end of every stream, we vote for who our favorite player was that night. Could be for anybody you want for any reason. I cannot get the vote because I don't collect XP as the storyteller. But they can. Just vote for whoever you like. Let them know why. We do ask for the reason, just so it's a nice little pat on the back for whoever it was that entertained you the most. And with that, let's start with the players themselves. Everybody can vote. I don't care if you've been here for 5 minutes. I don't care if you've been here for 3 hours. I don't care if you left your computer on overnight and you're here from Coffee Cat stream and you have no idea who we are. Everybody gets to vote. Let me see here. Characters, our XP floor is now 7. HTG votes for Josh for the beginning of the Cult of the Rat. Blix for Josh for Rat Friends. Mazzy, Josh for continuing the hunt. Tom, who would you like to vote for?
I'm gonna vote for Adam for trying to intimidate someone with Fritos.
Yes.
Daystra votes for
Yeah,
Adam
that
for
is
creating a branch of thaumaturgy that allows him to materialize Fritos out of thin air.
Yes.
My vote's for Tom just cause. Very powerful nerd voting for being lifted up in the air like the Dirty Dancing scene. Okay, so you're voting for Adam, I presume?
Yes. I was graceful with my my presence.
Yeah,
Oh, and I don't think I actually explained this part. The winner of the vote gets a bonus XP. That's what it's for. Tom, did I get your vote? Or was I just doing chat this whole time?
You got my vote.
Okay. Adam, who would you like to vote for?
I'm voting for Tom for choosing to avoid public transit because that's not what he's about.
Because public transit is cringe.
Yeah, unless you're in Japan.
I don't know. I've been to Montreal. I thought their public transportation was pretty nice. I have been on other cities' public transport systems, but I will refrain from commenting further.
See, that's what we mean. Everywhere outside the U.S. is basically better.
How much XP does Carlo have laying around? Carlo is an nth dimensional entity. Nobody understands Carlo. Josh, who are you voting for tonight?
I was going to vote for Adam for the bit with the Fritos.
I've only played 2 to 3 V20 sessions, and I'm always awed that 3+ XP is given in a session. Yeah, that was when the brief period that we played V5, that was a sticking point that the fast XP track is 2 XP a session. Which I kind of understand from a lore perspective. Vampires are supposed to grow very slowly, but I don't know. I understand the fun of powering up a character and looking forward to getting stuff. So I do enjoy the classic XP system. He has heard. Carlo has heard. He had it from character creation. He's got 2 dots of fucking herd for masochists. He's never used it.
Totally logical.
That was Bob. Okay, so
I know.
Newer viewers are going to be out of the loop. We did a chronicle once called Rise of the Free States, which was an anarch chronicle set during the 1940s, during the Rise of the Free States. And let's just say Adam's character Carlo got into some interesting situations.
Yeah, but it's like if Always Sunny in Philadelphia was a lot different. Set in the 40s, kind of.
Okay, so while I wait for any more votes to come in, I will once again say that we are Caffeinated Conquest. We're mostly RPG streamers, and we stream, I want to say it's 8 o'clock Wednesday nights Pacific Standard Time. Hope to see you guys next week. It looks like that's everything so far. So, Adam, you have won the vote with 4 votes tonight.
More XP will never spend. That's kidding. I'll remember. Did we get XP from session 1? I don't remember. I don't have it written down. I don't have a pen at the time.
I mean, yes, I did give XP for session 1. How much did I give for session 1?
Does anyone know?
Wait, hang on.
I know I gave you guys a crap ton. I feel like it was 4.
No.
Because I think I only gave out 2 XP the previous week. So either I gave out 2 the first session and I just didn't update the XP floor last week. Or I gave out 4 the first session, I didn't update the XP floor last week. Or I gave out 2 the first session, 2 the second session, and 3 this time.
So wait, how much was the first second? I zoned out for a second.
Just take 4. To hell with it.
Okay, so
I tell you what. Hang on. Wait. This is what the XP floor is for. Tom, how much XP do you have right now?
I have 12.
Josh, what do you have?
I currently have 4, but I've spent some.
Okay. I take 10 XP plus your bonus, and that should catch you up.
11.
Thank you for the link, HTG. We appreciate you, buddy. I will say some of the jokes on the YouTube channel might be a product of their time, and we have learned since then. That's all I will say about that.
But they are a good time.
I hope so.
Well, we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary.
Ugh.
No.
Yeah, 2 months.
Of the YouTube
2
channel.
months we've been doing this shit for 10 years. Is that not friggin' wild?
You know.
I do have books. I have a book. I wrote a novel called Litany of the Destroyer. It is on Amazon if you wish. With that, we're gonna say goodnight. Is there anybody? Again, our friends are limited, but is there anybody that we can raid right now, just to keep the good times going? Because that is what good Twitch friends do. Hey, Heartless Halo is streaming. I don't know for how much longer, but we can send people that way.
Thank you, Mazia. We appreciate you being here.
We appreciate all of you guys being here. Like I said, it blows my mind that people show up week after week to watch us play games. It is wonderful. We appreciate you, and I hope you guys enjoy being here, because I do try my best to make this as entertaining as I can. /raid Heartless Halo.
Let's go. Night, everybody. See you next week. Another
Good night,
exciting
everybody.
episode of Caffeinated Conquests.
Right, good night, everybody. Have fun. I'm
Peace,
going to go
y'all.
walk my dog. Bye-bye.
Sleepy Adams. Boop,